guys, it's me again, guys, T, and I am going to review 1922, and then I'm going to do my other Riverdale review, and then I will be done for the day. Well, no I won't, because I am going to send in an audition for I Got the Hookup, because Master P is doing a nationwide audition casting call and search, because they're remaking that hilarious movie, and oh my god, to be in I Got the Hookup, the new one, that shit would be insane. But okay, I am going to review the movie 1922. So 1922 is a Stephen King adaptation from one of his books, and it is about a man recalling what happened the year of 1922, and in this particular year he killed his wife. It goes through the events of what happened after he killed her, what happened to the land, what happened to the relationship with him and his son, what happened to the relationship of him and his only kind of friend, neighbor guy, and then how his character narrates a lot of the movie, and a lot of the movie he says how he thinks in every man there's a conniving man, there's a vindictive man, like there's a man in you that will just do the worst shit just so you can have your way and nothing changes. And I agree with that statement, so I was already interested, and it was one of those movies where I had seen it on Netflix. Me and my mom would scroll past it and we would always be like, one of these days we're gonna watch it. But we did. Holy shit. If you're into slow burn horror films with great context and a lot of great content in them, then 1922 is definitely for you. But if you're not really into, if you have like a fear of rats and things like that, don't watch this movie. Because rats are like a theme within the film, because there's a part in the movie when he goes, and even when I tried to escape them, they always found me. And he's in a different part of his life, and he's working like as a coal miner or something, and he looks up and there's like a shit ton of rats just hanging on this ledge. So ever since he killed his wife, there seems to be this reoccurring theme of rats everywhere, because the first time we see the rats is in the movie after he kills her. They live in like this, rural part of town, and he throws her down a well, and while her body is down there decomposing within the well, rats start to eat at her. And there's a disturbing moment within that scene where I was like, no, what? So he thinks, he keeps telling his son there's certain steps to do. And what I hated was how he just got his son involved and manipulated his son into thinking that his mother was this horrible person who would try to change his life drastically and not let him be the boy he wants to be, and basically put so much, as my mother would say, hell in him, to where he was totally gung-ho with killing his mama. And what I thought was fucked up was when after they killed her, because they were having a hard time doing it, because first he slits her throat, she don't die, it's just blood coming out, and she's still screaming, get off me, get off me. And then they finally do it, and she's finally dead. But when they're carrying her outside to put her in the well, he had said to his son, we're gonna put her in a proper grave. He saw that well and he said, that's not a proper grave for mama, and fainted. How you just help kill your own mama, but then you want to faint? What kind of shit? Oh my god. Like, clearly, this isn't like a for a faint of heart situation. And I feel like in this movie, when you watched his son's demise, all I could think was you could have just left it alone. You could have went with your wife's first option when she was alive, because she wanted to go do shit with her life. She didn't just want to be in this rural country anymore. Her father had passed. He left her this land and said she can do whatever she wants with it. Well, her husband, he liked using the land to plow and the food and all of that, and he don't think she should sell it. But she went to some very, important hoity-toity guys who were like, yeah, we'll take your land, ma'am, and this and that. So the husband wasn't having it. all she was getting for the land was like, I think in the movie they said like $140. I mean, in 1922, that's a big fucking deal. So when you watch how his son's life goes so drastically in this horrible direction, and all you can really think is all you had to do was let the wife sell the land, take the boy, and you would still, like, nothing would be gone. Because even things start to happen to him. The roof starts to leak in the house, and it's the cold winter months, and he just has to watch snow and everything come through. He loses his hand because he gets bit up by a rat real bad in this part of his hand. He thinks wrapping it'll be okay. He doesn't go to a doctor. He keeps wrapping it until one of his friends comes and checks on him and sees that his hand is so fucking bad. They take him to the hospital and he loses it. And so, which leads to one of my favorite moments in the movie was he had this friend who his friend's daughter was dating his son. And so they got along really well. And now that his son is gone, the girl is gone too because she's pregnant, and so they left together. In this scene, he has also learned that his son is dead. You know, his wife, he killed her, so he knows he's dead. But his friend, his daughter died with his son. You know, and because she was shot in the stomach because she's pregnant, she dies with the son. He kills himself because he can't go on. He don't see no life without her. So the daddy, honey, I'm doing a review. So the daddy is sitting out there, and homeboy comes with his stump, and he's asking him, can you buy my land? Like, I need the money. I'm cold and I'm poor. And so I love when the dude looks at him and goes, at least I still got both of my hands. And he's like, oh. And then he does this mini monologue where he goes, two men started the year with wives, ended without wives. Because then you find out that his wife left him when their daughter left. Because he wanted to send her off to a convent for being pregnant. And the wife just said she should just stay here. And since she was going to be sent away, she left with her man. And now she's dead. And now that she's dead, the wife was like, I don't want to be with you no more. So he goes, we started the year with wives, now we don't. Started the year with kids, now we ain't got kids. At least I still got my house. Because I heard you got a cow living with you over at your crib, because the house is so dilapidated, it's so fucked up now that this fucking cow is just like walking through it. And his life went from worse to worse. Like, it was this theme of you sinned so bad, now your sin is haunting you. And there's this beautiful moment, not beautiful in a, beautiful in a cinematography way, when the dead wife, he's hallucinating, the dead wife is coming down the stairs and she is walking ever so slowly, you know, like the bitch from The Grudge, walking slow like that. And she walks up to him and she just is whispering in his ear, and he's narrating how I just wanted her to end my life. Stop whispering and telling me everything. And what the dead wife is telling him is everything that was happening to his son and what his son was doing while he was just chilling over here wanting to keep his farm. His son doing all types of this and all types of that. And then he died. So that's on you. That's what the dead wife is whispering to him. And he says to her, please, please, just take me. Just end my life. And she looks at him like, no. And then continues to tell him about the fucked up shit his son was doing. And how, you know, this life is just shit. And it's all your fault. So, which brought to this amazing climax at the end, where he's wrote everything in this letter about what happened in the year of 1922 when he killed his wife and everything thereafter. You hear this voice go, Papa, don't worry, it'll be quick. You pan out, you look at his face, he looks horrified with fear, and it's his dead wife, his dead son, and his dead son's baby mama all standing there. And they pull out the knife that he killed his wife with. And that's how the movie ended. shit was mad wild. Oh shit, like it was so crazy. It was one of those endings where you did not see it coming. And what I loved was while he's writing this letter throughout the movie about what he did to his wife, a hole starts to create in the wall, and he believes that there are these rats coming through the wall to get him. He's so paranoid at this point of his life and of his journey that he thinks these rats will genuinely just never leave him alone. So I really love this. I would watch it again 110%. Gerald's Game compared to 1922, Gerald's Game is a real quick psychological thriller. You're on your toes every time. 1922 is a very subtle slow burn. One of those, if you look away, you'll miss it types. And I appreciated the writing, the cinematography, the play, everything. I just thought it was so good. So I think it's a movie, if you're into horror movies, and especially something that's not super blood and gory, I think 1922 is a great film. It was something awesome to come out of 2017. So tell me what you guys think. If you watched 1922, tell me what you thought about it below. If you're into horror movies like that, what are some horror movies that you saw that you loved this year? So let me know. And the next video I will be doing is my Riverdale review of the latest episode that aired. And boy, was it an episode. Like I said at the end of all my videos, if no one's told you that you're awesome and that they love you, I think you're awesome and I love you. Peace.